السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه، أما بعد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us and gave us the Furqan with which we make a difference, that which separates the measure that we use to measure things. The Quran that is absolutely from Allah and absolutely guidance for mankind, and the application of it through the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So those who are living on earth, either kuffar or Muslim, things are very clear that either is halal or haram, or in between that, one does not know about it and got to investigate about it, but eventually it will end up to something that pleases Allah or something that displeases Allah. Okay? So there is nothing in between. Now, there is no way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us something that is not quite, we cannot quite measure. Okay? Meaning that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us things that are mubin, Quran that is mubin, that's clear, that we لا يأتيه الباطل من بين يديه ولا من خلفه, that no one can poke a hole in this Quran, if you will. It's a challenge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to mankind to get anything like it, or any surah like it, or any verses, 10 verses like it. And shaitan works hard to get us to take things in between, or not quite decisive, or not quite absolute haqq. And the absolute haqq we should never shy away from. That is absolutely haqq, right? So, but some ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purposely will make it mudashabihat, will make it some vague ayat, that is you don't quite know the clear meaning of it. And that is done purposely, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I put in the Quran such ayat. And what is the purpose? So people will, again, the separation will happen. Those who say, كُلٌّ مِّنْ عِنْدَ رَبِّنَا, all from Allah, and some will say, go into dwelling in it to get to what their desires wants. Okay, so it is something that the initial attendant to the Quran is to take it to the side that they want their desires take, and so forth. So it is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showing us that we have to be careful with this. And what do we do with this? When something that's not quite clear, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again will not let us just be without guidance. So there are muhkamat. There are ayat that is tight, no other explanation for it. It is very clear. And a hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that's very clear. So what do? We take that which is not quite clear and take it and measure it according to that which is clear. So the meaning will be within that's clear, cannot get out of it. So the one that is on charge is the ayat and the hadith that is very clear and very decisive. But these days, and as shaitan goes into these arenas, shaitan wants us to do the opposite. Take that which is not quite clear, okay, and then make it a measure upon that which is clear, to take that clarity away. And that is zayg. That is zayg. That is knowing what is clear and trying to get away from it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from among those who say that all is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those who submit to Allah and say, we hear and we obey. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.